Hello, friends.
Oh.
This is Keith and Brian,
Yay, it's me.
and you're watching Less Magic, More Gathering.
I was going to do their half.
Oh,
Try
and
this
you're
again.
watching Less Magic.
More gathering.
We love penises.
Wow. You can edit that all day long, sir.
Today we are doing our brainstorming for Harvest Season.
Oh, yeah.
Harvest Season is a 3-drop sorcery. When you play it, you search your library for X basic land cards, put them into play tapped, where X is the number of tapped creatures you control. So, there's a couple of mechanics that we've got to be able to take advantage of here. Obviously, tapping creatures. We don't necessarily want to have to attack with those creatures.
Mana dorks.
Mana dorks is kind of where I'm leaning. And then, so if we're going to go with mana dorks, the bad thing about any other kind of creature is if you have to attack with it, they might just kill it. And then you can't use the tapped creature to benefit you as far as the harvest season is concerned. Whereas mana dorks, they've got to use removal to get rid of them, opposed to just being able to block it and kill it. So, and then the other mechanic we've got to kind of take advantage of is the ramp.
Yeah, because if you're going to have a couple low-budget mana dorks out there early and you're tapping for mana and play this card, you're going to have 5-6 mana before you're even into turn 4.
Right.
If it does it right.
So, being able to have, 5 lands and 3 mana dorks on the field on turn 4 or 5, being able to cast something for 8 or 9 even.
I mean, yeah, not only are you tapping the 3 mana of the dorks for something else to get out there on the field of play, now you're, well, I guess you play Harvest Season, but yeah, either way, so yeah.
So the turn after, if you use 3 mana dorks to cast Harvest Season, let's say you've only got 2 lands on the battlefield, but you've got 3 mana dorks. So then you tap those to cast Harvest Season, go get 3 lands. So now you can the next turn you can cast something for 8.
You have 8, yes. On turn, would that be turn 4? Maybe turn 2. No, turn 4 had to be.
It'd have to be at least turn.
For the 8.
Let's see. Turn 2 you could cast one. Turn 3 you could cast one. Turn 4 you could cast one. Then you could use all 4 of them.
Yes, sir.
On the next turn. So like turn 5, you're able to drop something for 8 or 9 mana, depending on how many lands you get out.
That's just stupid.
So we've got to be able to take advantage of that ramp. So when you think of, we got to figure out what the best expensive spells are.
the most useful, actually, too. I mean, they can be expensive, but they got to be useful.
Right.
That's going to really make sense.
Now, when I was kind of fiddling around with cards, the way I ended up was like 4 mana dorks, Galta, Zatalpa, and that white enchantment that makes all your stuff suck. What's it called?
Makes all your stuff
Overwhelming
suck.
Splendor. Overwhelming Splendor is an 8-drop enchant player. Creatures enchanted player controls lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 1/1. Enchanted player can activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. So,
I think Growing Rights of Idlamok will be beneficial in this too. Because not only did you do obviously a number of creatures, but it allows you to search for something that you want to play. I only asked because I saw it when I pulled it up and I was like, that would work pretty good.
I don't even know if we need it. Well,
You wouldn't necessarily, but
the other card I had in here was Nissa Vital Force.
she's that's
It's a 5-drop, which we can get to on turn 3 in this deck.
yeah.
So it's not a big deal. It starts out with 5 loyalty. You +1, untap target land you control until your next turn. It becomes a 5/5 elemental creature with haste that's still a land.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you can get a 5/5 blocker out there to help defend her until your next turn, when you can do her ultimate. You get an emblem with, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can draw a card. So then you're using Harvest Season to go get 3-4 lands at a time. You can draw cards with that, plus all the normal land drops you hit. So you're going to be able to draw through your deck hopefully pretty easily. and that's an emblem, so that you can't get rid of it.
Ye old emblem.
Ye old emblem. What are you thinking? Like, what? How are you leaning?
I like it. Obviously, the heavy creatures is a good way to really just like scare the shit out of people.
I mean, you go dropping
Galta's not like super effective, but if you see
Zatalpa
that,
on turn 5.
yeah, and then the Galta's pretty much free at that point.
Right.
So, yeah, back-to-back legendary dinosaurs is kind of like, oh shit, and then they have to try to figure some stuff out. So, yeah,
There is a lot of removal in the format, so I threw in a Blossoming Defense.
yeah.
4
Since we're
copies.
on white-green, and then you can always do a couple different other cards from white if you're doing protective stuff. You got that Dejuru's Resolve, which I like that one.
What's that one
obviously.
do?
It's, I believe you untap target creature. So let's say you're swinging or your creatures are tapped and they're swinging at you. You can block and take all the damage, or, but it might not be really spell related. I forgot. I was thinking something else, but that one still works. I mean, if you swing with Galta, then you can play that untap Galta, and now you just blocked all their crap, and that's not nice either.
Sheltering Light
That one's
is always a cheap. I mean, it's nice because it's a 1-drop. Give something indestructible.
I'm having trouble thinking of the mana dorks. I mean, obviously, the what's his name with the counters? He's always effective.
Channeler Initiate.
Yeah, that guy. That guy.
Well, there's Channeler Initiate. There's Druid of the Cow. Druid of the Cow only taps for green. But it's a 1/3. Oasis Ritualist was one that I was looking at because you can tap it and add 1 of any color, or you can tap it and exert it and add 2.
Yeah, I was wanting to use that in the deck I was trying to come up with for
And that's a 3/4. It's a
Yeah.
4-drop, but
it works. Yeah, you're gonna have the mana probably more likely, but
right.
that gives you more options.
And then there's always like Rishkar, but the problem with Rishkar is that when Rishkar would come into play, you've already the cards that we would have out are mana dorks.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of a waste.
It's useless. Yeah, you're one. Yeah, but I love the card. But yeah, you gotta have creatures that aren't already mana dorks to be beneficial.
So if we do search for add mana,
That's what I was looking for. I was like, why can't I find answers?
green white,
Add
make sure
mana
we're
is what I
searching
needed.
for creature in standard. Too bad it's not a Dominaria release time yet. We could put Land of War Elves in there. That'd be a good add. 1-drop mana dork.
Somebody's calling me.
There's a better 3-drop. The
Never a better
Atsakan Seer.
That's okay, Seer. That's.
1 mana of any color, and you can sacrifice it to return a dinosaur
Isn't
card.
that red blue though?
No, it's green-white.
Oh, really? I thought it was red blue.
Green-white and 1 other.
I don't know why. I was thinking something else.
And if somebody kills off our big dinosaurs, we could use it to get it back. Drover of the Mighty gets +2/+2 if you control a dinosaur. Tap to add 1 mana of any color.
I mean, those are the cheap ones, and to be honest, if you plan on putting dinosaurs in here, then yeah, that's
I think
what
that
you would want.
Atsakan Seer is the one to go with to replace, especially if I was looking for a replacement for Rishkar, because it's another 3-drop.
Yeah, I mean it is, and it gets the mana plus. It always gets you the either option in case they do get rid of your Galta or your Zatalpa somehow. If you're wanting to go with those big creatures.
The only problem with that one is that you have to have that white mana available to cast it. So maybe drop in a Servant of the Conduit instead of the Naga Vitalist.
You can always just throw Gift of Paradise in there, and then
Because Servant is a 2/2. You get 2 energy. You can pay 1 to get a white.
right.
And then if we're running the what's its name? Come on, man. Our feature card.
Oh, it's right there.
I know. It's right
Harvest season.
Yeah, it's in that thing.
Harvest season.
Yes, if we're running harvest season, then we can just put 2 planes in the deck. Use harvest season to go find those planes.
This is true. That will work. So you don't need hardly anything, as long as you can get the harvest season out there with green, heavy green, and just enough mana to go search to play. How many do you have to play Zatalpa? 2 planes?
2.
It's not 3?
No. It's 2 for both of those big spells I was talking about, if we ended up going that route.
What other devastating spells do we have? That we
Channeler, also you can tap for any color, so
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Alright, so Conservative Conduit, does that still, yeah, you can still use that one, but that's energy.
So pretty much instead of, I don't want to build the whole deck right now, because there's still some things we can look up and test.
Right.
But essentially, it looks like we're going to try and go green-white. Mana Dorks.
Are we doing mostly green though, since you were talking about the harvest season? All you're doing is we could search. I mean, we get that card early. We could search for the other ones we need. We don't even need to. We don't need to get crazy.
Right.
It's plains.
The only white spells I've got in here are Zatalpa, Overwhelming Splendor, Sheltering Light, and the Azcatan Seer.
That's not much.
No.
So yeah, you could probably put maybe 4 planes.
I was gonna say 3 because you're not gonna cast one of those big spells. You're not gonna cast 2 of those.
Right,
so
early, yeah, not right away. I mean, you want to do it
might.
at the same time.
You could. I mean, we could go 4. We could go 5. It's not gonna hurt us to have
Yeah.
white lands. But
We'll get to that.
if we can search out 3 of them, then we can cast one of those big spells and keep one back for a Sheltering Light if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could cast one of those big spells and maybe get an Azcatan Seer out there too.
Yeah. Yeah, having the Blossom of Defense obviously to protect. It's because
I really feel like those are going to be used to protect your.
Well, the Blossom Defense can be used to protect Zatalpa too, because they can still exile it. So that's always a must for the hexproof portion of it. Now there can be obviously the stack, which if they're going to get up stacking it, then you just might as well forget it. Get rid of Zatalpa and move on to the next card. But like the Sheltering Light, it's got indestructible for. I mean, it protects the creature. So Zatalpa doesn't need that, but it does protect your mana dorks and.
Right, early game. You want to be able to use those.
And if your opponent
And
can
those
sense
die to your Fatal Push and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, the opponent can sense what you're doing or what you've got going on. They know that you've got mana dorks, so you want mana. They're going to try to get rid of that, and that's more frustrating to me sometimes. Like if I'm playing a deck that's got City's Blessing or Ascend in it, and I'm like, oh, just two away, and I'm right there, and then somebody kills off one of my things or moves, and I'm like, well, I got to go start back over.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, protecting them is definitely key. So I would say those are probably the best for that right now. So, I guess we'll just work with that. I'm not sure the creature bases other than the mana dork, and then of course the big heavy hitters, and then go from there. But that overwhelming splendor, that's going to be the topping on the cake for sure. Once you get
If you
going.
get that out there, that because there is obviously some enchantment removal, but not a lot of decks are running it.
Mm-mm.
So.
But if you have 4 of those in there,
sideboard stuff, I mean.
yeah, if you have 4 of those in there, somebody's going to probably try to converge to counter stuff, because that's the only way to really stop it, unless you're playing Naturalize or Fragment. Does a Fragmentize do enchantment too, or just Artifact?
I can't remember either.
But it's those kind of things that you'd have in your deck for sideboard, so they're going to prepare for it. You would have to either over-prepare or just assume that you're going to get that taken off the board once you play it the next time around.
Let's look here. Right now, in Standard, I bet there's not very many that destroy an enchantment. Well, I guess there's quite a few. Appetite for the Unnatural, Cleansing Ray from Rivals, Creeping Mold.
But Fragmentize is 4 cost or less, so it would work on this one, because that's, 8? Yeah.
Decommission, Demystify, Fragmentize, Naturalize, Nissa's Defeat, Slice and Twain, Thrashing Brontodon, I know, is one that a lot of people are using because it's a 3-drop 3/4, but then you can pay 1 and sack it to destroy an artifact or enchantment. It's a good card.
Yeah.
Zakama, if somebody plays a Zakama on you.
I mean, I guess worst case scenario, if you're really relying on Overwhelming Splendor to be your enemy's downfall, your opponent's downfall, you could find a way to sideboard Splash Black and get Renegade's Getaway out there.
We wouldn't even need to. Like our sideboard, I think every game, like if we're playing Friday Night Magic or whatever, the second game, you automatically sideboard in 4 copies of Heroic Intervention.
Yeah, that protects you. Yeah.
Because that protects all your permanents, makes them indestructible and hexproof.
Till the end of time. Yes, I see. That would work good.
So they're going to obviously try and sideboard in something to destroy it. You sideboard in something to protect it when they try to destroy it.
Yes, good call. I forgot about Heroic Intervention. That's a good one.
It's a great card. And
it's a wonderful card.
When we played at the store championship last time, I was really surprised how many people were like, "What's that do?"
Yeah, like they didn't know. Like you don't know.
He's like, "I'm gonna."
Heroic Intervention.
Somebody played the Bantu's, whatever it is. I can never remember the card. Bantu kill all the creatures.
Bantu's Last Reckoning.
Yeah, he played that, and I played Heroic Intervention, and he
the
goes,
heck you won't.
He said, "What's that? What's that do?" I was like, "Are you serious?"
It's only about a year and a half old. It's
Right, this
it came
card's
from out
badass.
Aether Revolt, didn't it?
So,
It's so funny.
all right. Well, I think we've got our deck tech pretty much on the right track. We need to talk about getting our subscriber count up. We are currently sitting. Are we still at 102?
No, well, it was 103. It fluctuated. We lost some people over the weekend, and we got them back. I don't know what happened.
Bad stuff. Bad stuff happened. So,
Yeah, I realized Heroic Intervention's worth almost $6.
is it?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Looks like it's gone up then.
Yeah.
My phone's not working. How many subscribers do we have?
Why isn't your phone working?
I don't know. It says an error has occurred.
Well, maybe it's YouTube. Is YouTube faltering?
Did our channel get deleted?
Uh-oh. Mine's doing the same thing.
Oh gosh. Do we still have a channel? Is anybody watching this?
This is not even live. It's help. Well, that's not cool.
Well, this is not funny.
How do you know if your channel got nixed?
I think we'd get an email or something.
That's so bad. I went and hit the button and it went, there's an error. But see, our channel loads up. But when you go to, we're on our page, and then you go to my channel and then there's an error.
All right, let's skip our YouTube issues. So, if we still have if you're watching this video, then we still have a channel.
103 was last time I looked.
So we're around 102, 103. We just implemented a new giveaway for when we get to 125 subscribers.
Yes.
So we're close to that already. 2 packs of Hour of Devastation, wasn't it?
Yep. We moved that on because the other one didn't.
That was our Twitter giveaway that no one participated in. So.
Yeah, definitely. And we still have giveaways that need to be. We need information on. So we can send them out.
Yeah, all of our 100 subscriber videos, I haven't received any information from anyone. So, if you want your stuff, send me a message on YouTube. All we need is your address. We can get it shipped out.
Yes. And then the one that I had for when I opened up those unstable packs, Kjorn Ennis, you're also one of those people. Please send us your information. We can send it out. And do it quickly because I got some extra unstable to give away for you. And you just got 1 pack, but I feel generous. So hurry up or I'll change my mind.
Hurry up!
I might throw some extra lands in there. We know how cool those are. I got plenty.
So aside from the people needing to give us our information for the giveaways we've already done, we've got a minimum of 2 packs we're giving away when we get to 125. We'll probably add to that when the time comes.
Oh, yeah.
That's how we roll. So hit the subscribe button, share with your friends, share on other social media, do whatever you want, do whatever you can.
Your mother's always sitting at home doing nothing. Get her to join YouTube, subscribe to our channel too. It'll help you out, promise.
Yeah, tell your mom to subscribe. Other than that, I think we're good. We'll get a deck tech video up at the end of the week, and I'm going to go to the store championship at my local game store this weekend, and I'm either going to take this green and white deck, or another thing I thought about doing is the random card that we select when we do this deck tech, I will take to the store championship. Just build it in that 2 days and
Just see what happens.
See what
And we'll do a
happens.
video afterwards, let you know how bad it sucked
So,
or did. You know,
we'll
we don't
figure
know.
something out. Thanks for watching. I love you.
Love you guys.
Deuces.
Deuces.